y'all, today we got Hodge Twins finally get their Negro wake-up call. This is kind of like a blast from the past for me. My absolute day ones on this channel would know before anything, the very first type of content that I used to make on this channel was reaction content. And I used to react to Hodge Twin compilations. I mean, we're talking about over 8 years ago, y'all. I'm getting old, man. Make sure y'all show some love, man. I've really been grinding. So for me personally, I just remember the Hodge Twin as these two light-skinned guys that were brothers that were just honestly hilarious. You know, they got on the internet, kind of said some edgy things that people didn't really like, but for the most part, I like dark humor, so I found it funny. But it's been a long time since I've tapped into them. I've heard that they've actually gotten more political nowadays, which, you know, they've gotten older, so I guess content evolves, but it seems like the black community has not been rocking with them. So let's tap in and see what's really going on. Make sure you guys tap into the Twitch streams. This is my first day feeling a lot better, so I am going to be streaming today. So if you click the link in the description, you guys will be able to tap into the live Twitch streams. That's Where You At Berto.
Where you at, Berto?
Y'all know where to find me. Let's get right into the video.
Where you at, Berto?
It wasn't so long ago that a guy by the name of Arval went viral. He's a Caucasian man that's living in Arkansas, and his group, RTTL, Return to the Land, they're going
I was already knowing that he was on some oddball stuff just from the way his face looked. Okay, we see what it is. It's like you can kind of just tell when somebody has a punchable face just off the rip.
viral for building all white communities in Arkansas and in Missouri. And he was interviewed on TMZ.
Yeah, this guy looks like he has no goddamn soul. Like he literally looks like honestly a demon. Yeah, like if you just imagine no hair. Like really, like if I zoom in on brother's face, yo, this popped up in the middle of in the night. Just close your eyes for a second. Close your eyes and then just, yo, this nigga's scary looking, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This not an individual that I would mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm shooting him on sight. Oh damn, I just messed this up. Like if I wake up in my sleep, he's gone instantly, dead. I don't give a fuck what he got going on.
He was asked a particular question.
Why is European heritage the purest form of European heritage, something that you embrace to the exclusion of others?
Okay, guys, you heard that question. His response was pretty interesting.
Well, for something to be what it is, it has to not be other things.
Huh?
So for something to be one thing, it cannot be the other. This is his defense for starting an all-white town. He wants to have shared values, shared phenotype, a particular shared culture. And what he's saying is, as much as I may like you or I may think highly of you, you are not this because you are something else. And this is important for racism. This is where it starts. There's a fundamental principle about it. Anybody who practices that will say, because you are not this, you are the other thing, and then the two things cannot mix.
He's right, you know.
But this hasn't stopped certain people from
We
grifting.
co-signing that?
And one of the guys that grift a lot are the Hodge Twins. Now, the Hodge Twins started off on YouTube doing, in my honest opinion, bodybuilding and satire, and they built a really
This is how I remember them. Just two guys laughing, talking shit, saying edgy jokes, but you know, everything was just satire and funny.
really big fan base. Well, their low budget videos and lack of innovation in the way they were going caused their fan base to fail. And people started to notice a change in the content.
Somebody needs to study the fall off of the Hodge Twins, because I was really thinking about this the other day. I was like, is this a case of like chasing the bag and also inadvertently fumbling a future bag?
So this particular person was a fan of the Hodge Twins, and he realized something.
Like them two being these two big, light-skinned, raunchy brothers that are twins just makes sense in those kind of movies. Judd Apatow would have loved the Hodge Twins, right? And I think to myself, that potential was screwed up because they thought to themselves, the conservative money will always be consistent and will always be coming. It's always going to be.
They went political on them. One thing that my mama always told me, you know, before I ever even dabbled too far into this entertainment business, stay away from religion and stay away from politics. And not because I don't have a stance on it. Like, honestly, politics, I don't really have a strong stance on it. I'm not a very political person. But, you know, I have my stance on religion. But it's like, I'm an entertainer, bro, at the end of the day. My goal is to entertain. You know what I'm saying? I like to bring value within my entertainment. I like to give advice within my entertainment. But I like to just be myself. I like to make people feel good. I like to, you know what I'm saying? My favorite thing is when people say, yo, Berto, you changed my life in a positive way, or you just make me happy, bro. Like, I watch your content, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're my guy. That's my favorite feedback. I'm not really too fond on hearing, you know, like, I don't give a fuck about your religion or your political views, bro. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. I respect everybody. I wish the best for everybody. So, you know, and I feel like politics and religion is one of those things where it's like, obviously I care about religion way more than politics, but it's like, it so easily divides people, and I hate that.
So he understood something that's pretty interesting. First of all, the Hodge Twins, they could have went to Hollywood with their natural talent, but they sold out. And how did they sell out? Well, they started making conservative media content. But what kind of content? Well, it was the content that started disrespecting blacks. If you can go to their Twitter space,
Aren't they black?
They do it all day long. Look at this one, July 29th. The kids get on it too. If you think blacks today are bad, just wait for the next generation. This is a lot of their content. Look at this one. The black trans-genders are always the worst. Yep.
So these niggas on some fresh and fit shit now, bro. Damn. You hate to see that, bro.
It also says this: black guy with the pack and black hoodie embarrasses himself in AutoZone when the manager was watching him. So basically what happens is that the Hodge Twins went from a comedic duo to an anti-black conservative duo in order to make money.
Aren't they black? You know, when it really sucks when you see shit like this, bro, because it's like, again, I'm not gonna get too deep into this political shit, but nigga, you're black. How you gonna hate on yourself? What?
Once their comedic duo started going down. And you got to understand something, that their mother was black. So they love their black mother a lot, but they did grift to this particular kind of conservative, anti-black leaning space.
Was their father white?
Alongside of people, let's say like Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum. And it's gotten a lot of people upset.
The Hodge Twins are demons, bro. These two guys are demons. There's no other word to describe them. They have millions of followers. They've been on YouTube and they've been on social media for over 10 years, and they built their platform basically by bashing black people, and they decided to use their platform to attack a 17-year-old, a young man, not even an adult yet. And they're using their platform to try to attack not only this man's character, his family's character before the trial even starts, so that way the public view will not think highly of him or his family.
As you can see here, you have somebody upset because that the Hodge Twins were basically, they're hating on Carmelo Anthony only to appease their all-white audience. Fast forward! Now, one of the things that the Hodge Twins will do is they will react to videos. It just so happened that they were reacting to the Eric Arval video, and they were reacting to this new all-white town documentary, and they said something that was interesting.
To be honest, I don't want to live in the United States of America if it's not majority white.
Dude, what the fuck did you just say, bro? Political, religion, whatever. I know that's just fucked up. That's just wrong. That's just outright wrong. What?
Once it becomes majority non-white, it's gonna be a much different country. It's gonna be a much different country. Well, that's just a fact. If you look at if you just look at voting statistics, how ethnicities other than white vote, this country would be totally different. So I understand the fear of white people wanting to live in a country that's majority non-white. I understand that feel wholeheartedly because I don't want to live in a country that's majority non.
Bro, I'm not going to get in here and give y'all analytics, statistics, because quite frankly, I don't give a fuck about none of that. But just as a human being, bro, for you to like, this is racism. Like, it's just flat out racism. There's no way around it. Doesn't matter if there was purple, blue, red, black, white, green. If you are anything and you are like, who cares, bro? Are we in 2025? We still talking about the color of people's skin? If it's not in an educational manner, like if we're talking about, looking at history and talking about something educational, fine. But are we really moving forward in 2025 saying things like this? Yo, these niggas, and you know what's crazy, bro? Y'all really got to be careful who y'all favorite content creators are. And that's why I tell y'all, even from people like me, take everything a nigga say with a grain of salt because, I'm pretty transparent. I know I get on here and I'll joke and laugh and I try to be as real as possible. But these niggas are the type of people, they'll get on the internet and say anything if it's going to get them the money and views. They going to say anything, but they don't even believe the bullshit that they saying. So they racist for the bag. It's like, bro, at least if you're going to be that way, stand on it. But I guarantee you these niggas, they are for the bag, bro.
On white because
it's
it would systematically change our country.
Now, they said something that was interesting there to me. They don't want to live in America when it's not the majority of white people, even though they themselves are not white. So they're saying if the white people leave America, they're going to leave America too. What? But they're not the only guys that talk like this.
America is a nation,
not
just from an economic standpoint, but we also have an identity too, a cultural identity. And I'll tell you guys this too. As someone who's a first-generation American, my family's from Sudan, etc., I should not be saying this stuff, but I'm going to be honest. A lot of these guys that come from the third world, to include my old homeland, come here and scam. And the reality is, if we want America to stay America, we got to keep it majority white. We got to keep it the way it was founded.
Now that's...
Did you hear this bullshit? Again, I'm not a political nigga, but it's like, niggas get out their body and say shit like this and don't even realize, like, nigga, if it were to be that way, you wouldn't even have the opportunities that you have, nigga. You are, regardless of the hate, regardless of, how we feel about Myron and Fresh and Fit, like, they are successful to a degree, right? They've made money. They've made, maybe it's not a positive impact on our culture, but regardless, an impact was made. You have a platform and an opportunity to do what you're doing, to provide for your family as a black, well, maybe, I don't know what the fuck he is, but as far as I can tell, this nigga looks black to me. But you're not white, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And if you were to, like, the shit that you are saying, if things were to play out that way, you wouldn't even have the opportunity to do this shit. So it's like, how do y'all even get out your body and say bullshit like this?
Myron of Fresh and Fit basically saying the same
crazy
thing. He wants an all-white America, even though he's from Sudan originally. We need to keep America white, although he is not white. But there was a time where Myron, who was trying to defend white races, got into a battle with a guy, basically calling him a saying N-word.
But you're sitting behind a Anon account, can't even stand behind what the you're saying. You got the nerve to talk to me when I got my real name out there, my real face out there. I'm live every day talking about actually contributing to the fight, and you got the gall to sit there and call me a sandwich, you piece of shit. I hope you wake up and have the replay of this, and I hope I come on a space I can see your dumb and actually talk to you. This is the problem that we have in these spaces. We got these stupid, autistic that will sit there and say, well, you're not white, so you can't talk about this, or you're... And it's like, okay, Reed, you want to go ahead and have this fight by yourself where no one's going to take you seriously because they're going to just think you're a kid member? That's the problem.
So this is Myron basically going off on the guy for calling him all of that. But guess what?
And you know what's also funny? I'm one of the biggest advocates for white people being able to practice and say white power, be able to maintain their relationship with white women, etc. I'm actually one of the biggest proponents of white people being able to say, hey, I want to keep my race white. I actually respect that, and I fight for their ability to say that. Then you get heads like this guy that come in and try to on one of their biggest advocates that has a platform that's of the other color, saying this stupid. Idiots like you make me realize, damn, I shouldn't even be defending these. You're lucky that I really respect freedom of speech, and I'm a free speech absolutist, so I'll fight for your ability to say the stupid ass that you say, you stupid.
He's still telling the guy, look, I support you, even though you're disrespecting me, because I believe in free speech. I'm the one trying to help you guys stay white. Here you are being mean to me, which is crazy because those guys don't even care anything about you, but you're doing that. But this is where the Hodge twins get their Negro wake-up call. So the Hodge twins go on to Twitter,
Negro wake-up call.
and then they put this message. Hey, Arval, I know your community is whites only, but could you make exceptions for us two Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan. We are over 40% white. And Arval says this, God bless the Hodge twins. But no. It's crazy to be out there defending these Caucasians all day.
And they don't even want y'all black asses, nigga. They don't even want y'all.
To appeal to might be closely feeling like Arval, because the majority of the Hodge twins content is anti-black. So if your content is anti-black, it must mean that the whites who are listening to you can feel very closely to you. So they don't want to live around blacks either. But there's a problem. You're black. Byron's black. If they're building an all-white community, they don't want you there, because it's good that you guys are nice and God bless you.
Y'all know what this shit reminds me of? Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. This shit remind me of that one Dave Chappelle skit. Let me see if I can show y'all, bro. This shit's so funny. I can't show y'all too much because I think it might get copyrighted because it's on a Comedy Central. But let me just see if I can show y'all a little bit. Y'all seen this?
What would you say is the overall message of your books?
Sir, my message is simple. Jews, homosexuals, Mexicans, Arabs, and all kinds of different chanks stink, and I hate it.
I noticed you referred to...
I'm gonna skip over to here where I think he's talking to like white supremacy people.
That's right. That's right. Tell that dirty.
Come on, Clayton. We gotta go.
Oh, thanks. There's an around here. That dirty monkey was beating my hood.
Uncle Ruckus in real life, bro. If you guys haven't go check that out, go check it out. I actually show y'all what it is right here. This shit is funny, bro. This is a very funny skit. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But I'll get copyrighted if we play the whole thing. But y'all go check that out, bro. That shit's the stupidest shit.
And we love the fact that you call out anti-blackness, but you're not allowed here. And it's so crazy is these guys know this. Myron knows it. Hodge twins knows it. The Hodge twins, they're getting paid from it. Myron's not even getting paid from it, but anything to be closer to White Zaddy. If you don't want to be around me, I'm not going to help you why you don't want to be around me. That's stupid, but that's how sick that some blacks are. You would...
This shit don't make no sense, bro.
Would rather help somebody who dislikes you, doesn't want to be anywhere around you, and fight other people to help them basically get ahead. You sound stupid. But God,
y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Damn, it really is a sad thing to see the Hodge twins fall from grace. But again, bro, sometimes I guess this is why they say money is the root of all evil, because it's not necessarily that money is evil, but money will make people do evil things, bro. Because it's like they just threw all their pride out the window as grown ass men. Like I said, I remember watching these guys just as what we saw in the video, just two funny guys that made funny, relatable content. I was watching comp with, I had a girl that I was dating at the time. We used to literally sit down and make reaction videos, Hodge twin compilation reactions, bro. And they used to be funny as fuck. That's how I remember these guys. And then, you know, they grow up and now they doing this. So I don't know, y'all. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. My name is Berto. Make sure you guys tap into the Twitch streams. I will be live streaming today. So you're going to click that link in the description. Where you at, Berto? Catch me there. And I'll see y'all a little bit later. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.